So guys, I'm gonna make a short video. I'm gonna talk about, well, it's 2016, that's what we're saying, right? 2026 is a new 2016. And I was thinking about 2016. 2016 was the year I had my first ever love, my first ever serious girlfriend. Because I had girlfriends back when I was like in third grade and then fifth grade. You know, I was like regular child, I believe. Maybe I was more than regular because apparently not a lot of kids had, those type of relationships. Also, my friend gave me these things, which are like, oh, hell no, I don't know how to do it. I almost died. Okay, but I was talking about, I was like had a pretty good childhood. I was getting girlfriends and stuff. Maybe I was a really good outgoing child, and then later on, something went wrong. I don't know what. But I remember 2016, it was the first time I ever had my first love. It was back in Mexico when I moved to Mexico with my mom. We were living over there. And I remember there was like this new girl. I was like the new guy, the new kid in town. We moved to a small town called La Perla, Chihuahua. It's a small town, really small town, and it disappeared, kind of got consumed by corruption and stuff like that. Well, we'll talk about that in another video. But in 2016, when I moved to this town, I was the new kid in town, and she was the new girl in town as well, because there was like, the town was getting, a lot of work. It was a mining town, like a mine town. The only job there was to become a miner, stuff like that. And her dad was working there as a miner, mining stuff. Don't think he's a miner, but yeah, he was mining stuff. And when she got there, it was like we clicked really quick, because the guys, my friends, they were immediately telling me like, yo, you need to get at this girl. Then I had my other friend going out with her sister, so he was like, yo, we need to do a 2-man. We were like, I got you, brother. So the first time I met her, we were just, walking around in like this park. It's called a plaza. It's kind of like a park. We were just walking around, and they told me like, yo, that girl wants to talk to you and stuff like that. And I was like, oh shit, I'm down. This is my homie right here. But I'm not gonna talk with them right now. But when I first got there, she was, they were like, yo, you need to link up with her. She wants to, get it with you and stuff like that. And it was good, My friend was going out with her sister that same day, and he was like, yo, let's get it on, right? And I went out with her, right? The first time I was kind of shy, and it was like the first time I was, in a different country doing this, because when I was here in America, like the girls that I had were my mom would drive me to the park and I'll see her there or something like that. But this was different, this was like by myself and everything, right? So me and my friend, we go there. This fucking guy is just following me around, huh? So we were going there to La Plaza, and start talking with her, go by with her by myself, and then we just click at it, we just get it on, Like a good talk, and like the first kiss was there. Everything moves on, and I'm talking with her. Everything starts going, fluently. We start talking about, more often, start going out together. And then this is a small town. Eventually I asked her out. I don't remember how, but maybe I never even asked her out. It was just like kind of like, you're my girlfriend now. You're my girl. It was kind of wild, I was really an alpha male. No, I'm just playing. I'm not an alpha male. But I was just, she became my girlfriend just like that. And her parents liked me. I felt like they were kind of using me too, because they probably thought I was going to get her pregnant or something, and that I was going to become like, I was going to give them like American papers or something like that. Because everybody goes like, yo, we like this kid because he's an American. It's kind of weird type of stuff. And look at this guy keeps inviting me. Bro, leave me alone for a minute. So we were, I felt like their parents were kind of pushing that message to her. It was like, yo, you need to get this kid because he can like get us up out of here, right? And I just remember, it was like I actually started having feelings for her, and it was pretty good just having feelings with her. I remember like I just made a video about Valentine's Day. I would give her flowers in school the times that it was Valentine's Day. I'll give her flowers. Well, they would sell flowers in school and chocolates, and I'll just buy her some, give her some stuff. I'll always go to her house, just be chilling outside, talking, or maybe more than talking, get it on. I remember her house. She was like it actually worked out because I lived like on the end, and just like living on the end was like there was nothing where I lived. It was just lonely. Where she lived, it was lonely. Where like there was an abandoned house in front of her house, and it was just get it on right there. Now I'm just playing around, but there was an abandoned house in front, and we'll go out. I believe we were in like seventh grade, yeah. We were in 7th grade or 8th grade maybe. But it was cool, and then my friend was going out with their sister. We were getting the two mans going on. We had a lot to do in that town other than walk around, like on the mountains, and just talk in school, into the same school. It was nice. I really enjoyed that relationship. Her parents liked me, like I said, so they would invite me over to go eat dinner with them. It was a good relationship, honestly. I kind of miss it. Well, not like that, but it's just like, it was a really good bonding. I've never had another. Well, not like that, right? But it was just different type of bond. Just like, it was like every day I would see her. It was just different. I feel like nowadays you'll see her in school, but not after school. Look at this guy. He's almost went out. It was just nice. She's married already, has like a kid and stuff, and that's that. But I remember when I stopped going out with her, I just like I didn't even like tell her that I was not gonna go out with her no more. It was kind of like when I stopped going out with her, it's because I was gonna go back to the United States. I was gonna come back to live over here. And I remember my mom was just like, yo, we're gonna go back. And, we're gonna go back and shit, right? And we just came back, and I just remember, like, I never told her, right? So just like, I just came over here. Like, I just left her over there, right? It was messed up. So I just, like, left her over there. And then when I went back for like a summer vacation, and it was just like I seen her, but it wasn't like I was gonna like go up to her and stuff like that. Then eventually she moved away from that town and just like disappeared. But then I seen her one day, like this was back in 2020. My mom was still around, and I seen her one day when we were like driving, me and my mom, my sister, and I just seen her like on like this corner, just like sitting there. I don't know what the hell she was doing. She was like with her friends, and I just seen her there. But I rolled up the window because I wasn't trying to like see her. Just like rolled up the window, bro. And I rolled up the window and I like looked at her. I told my sister, I was like, yo, roll up the window real quick. And I think I rolled it up for her because I was like on the passenger seat. So I rolled it up for her, and then I was like, yo, that was my ex right there, yo better not say nothing or something, right? But I told her like we were already driving off. But that was like the last time I ever seen her. I still have her added on Facebook because it's just like, cool to have them added. But that was that. I just think I was weird back in those days. I don't know why. Maybe as a man we're just weird sometimes. I don't know why I was so weird. Maybe that was so weird for me. My first love, but I really liked her, but I didn't feel nothing when I left her, bro. It was so weird. So weird. I have more stories about, girlfriends and stuff like that, which we'll talk about later. But this one was like just a weird love thingy. I don't know. It's just I was in 8th grade, guys. Give me a break.